Diana handed William a small, unassuming key. Its weight felt heavier than metal. She whispered a promise. He could unlock only what it guarded when he turned 18. That secret gift lingered between them, a quiet tether holding hope and mystery in the fragile space of his youth. The key Diana gave William was small and brass, simple yet heavy with meaning. It hung from a plain chain that felt cool against his skin. At 15, William barely understood its full weight, but he treasured it deeply. Diana's voice was soft but firm when she said, "You can't open this until you're 18." Those words echoed in his mind over the years, a solemn vow demanding patience. Each day, the key rested against his chest, reminding him of trust and something just beyond reach. It wasn't just a key to a lock, it was a symbol of belief in his readiness, a careful invitation to grow into the mystery. Over 3 years, anticipation grew steadily, weaving itself into his thoughts and dreams. The intimacy of Diana's gesture wasn't lost on him. The gift was a bridge between their worlds, delicate yet unbreakable. It waited for the moment he could finally cross it. Every so often he imagined what the box might hold: letters, photographs, or secret wisdom his mother wanted him to have. This quiet hope mingled with the daily reality of growing up under the intense gaze of the world. The key became more than an object. It was a talisman of patience, growth, and a mother's enduring love. It was August 1997, a summer afternoon heavy with unspoken tension. After an official engagement, William's usual composure seemed to dissolve, replaced not by anger but by a closed-down quiet that spoke volumes. His eyes, once bright and curious, now held a distant glaze, as if retreating into a place only he could reach. Diana watched him closely, recognizing that familiar mood, one she had known well herself, that inner retreat from public pressure. It wasn't the loud outburst of frustration she might have expected, but a silent shutting down, a protective shell that guarded his vulnerability. She didn't rush to fill the silence. Instead, she allowed the quiet to settle between them, understanding that this was a moment to observe, not to demand. Her empathy was rooted in experience. She knew the power of patience, how sometimes the truest connection came from simply being present in those fragile spaces. The heat of the day seemed to press on, mirroring the weight of unspoken words hanging in the room. William's silence was heavy, but Diana's steady gaze offered a bridge back to safety, a quiet invitation for him to find his voice when he was ready. William's voice was quiet, almost hesitant. As he admitted his reaction was seen as inappropriate, Diana recognized this rhythm. It wasn't the first time he'd faced such judgment. Institutional expectations had shaped him, teaching caution and restraint. This created a delicate dance between showing emotion and avoiding reprimand. She saw the struggle beneath his words, how carefully he weighed each one, guarding his feelings like fragile glass. Diana didn't rush to fix or explain. Instead, she met his vulnerability with understanding. This moment wasn't just about a single event. It reflected a lifetime of managing emotions under watchful eyes. The tension between them was palpable, a silent acknowledgement of the harshness outside their small space. Yet inside that tension lay fragile trust, a shared understanding that some truths must be spoken gently, at the right time. William's admission hung between them, a quiet plea for understanding. Diana's calm presence offered a safe harbor in a world demanding control. This moment highlighted the complex balance of love and discipline defining their relationship. Diana carefully lifted the small wooden box, its surface smooth and worn from time. She placed it gently in front of William, the brass key he had carried for years resting beside it. Over the months, she had added small tokens, memories, and pieces of wisdom, all waiting for this moment. Her hands trembled slightly, not from doubt, but from the weight of what the gift truly meant. Some things, she said softly, are better when you're ready. You'll be more ready at 18 than you are now. The words hung in the air, tender yet firm. William's fingers brushed the key, feeling the cool metal and the sense of something waiting to be unlocked. Not just the box, but a part of himself. In that quiet exchange, the careful preparation, and the promise of patience and growth, the true depth of Diana's gift unfolded. A bridge from boyhood to the future, held in a small key and quiet hope. The box itself was plain, but inside lay the promise of stories and lessons, carefully collected over time. Diana's foresight was clear. This was not just a container, but a vessel of emotional legacy meant to accompany William on his path to adulthood. In their last real conversation, Diana's voice was calm but carried a quiet urgency. She spoke gently about emotional resilience, the delicate art of knowing when to reveal feelings and when to keep them guarded. William, she said, there's strength in choosing your moments. Not every feeling needs to be shown, especially when the world isn't ready to understand. Her words served as both a guide and a farewell. Heavy with all she wished to protect him from, this tender exchange became their final intimate connection, a subtle passing of wisdom wrapped in love and caution. Diana's advice was not just about managing emotions, it was about survival, about holding on while learning to let go. When the conversation ended, the silence that followed was heavy with what remained unspoken. It was a quiet reminder of the fragile bond between them, one that time would soon test in ways neither could foresee. She gave not only guidance but a shield, preparing William to face the complexities of life under relentless scrutiny. The gravity of the moment lingered, marking a poignant farewell that resonated deeply within them both. Just 3 weeks after Diana entrusted William with the box, she died in Paris. Her passing left a silence that echoed across his world. At that time, William was at Balmoral with his father and brother, far from the city where tragedy struck. The box found its place quietly on his shelf at Eton, a private relic amid public sorrow. It was more than a keepsake. It was a sacred symbol of the bond between mother and son, held close in solitude. William never spoke of its contents or explained its meaning to others. In that silence, the box became a vessel of reverence, a quiet promise he carried alone. It was a way to hold on to Diana's voice, her lessons, and her love, even as the world demanded a different story. This secret, heavy with memory and hope, marked a turning point, a moment poised between grief and fragile healing. The box stood as a silent guardian of his private pain, a sanctuary where memories lived untouched by the public eye. William's solitude and grief was profound, shaped by loss and the unyielding demands of his role. How do you think a deeply personal gift like Diana's box can help someone face grief and the relentless gaze of the public? What role do private legacies play in carrying us through loss? Take a moment to reflect on the quiet strength found in these intimate connections. William opened the box in private. It was his sanctuary, with meaning known only to him. Later, witnesses revealed glimpses of its contents. Inside, there was a photograph, a letter, and a small, unassuming object. Each item was carefully chosen and deeply personal. Yet, no one ever asked William about them, respecting his silent boundary. The mystery around the box only grew, its contents cloaked in reverence and discretion. This quiet respect heightened the emotional tension, turning the box from a keepsake into a symbol. It represented guarded memories and unshared pain. The silence about the contents became part of its power. It stood as a quiet testament to private grief carried in public life. These few details sparked curiosity and speculation, but the true meaning stayed locked away. Only William knew it. This veil of secrecy highlighted the delicate balance between public fascination and the need for a personal sanctuary. Paul Burrell, Diana's trusted butler, revealed how she added items to the box gradually over a year. Each piece was carefully chosen with William's future in mind. Her attention to detail wasn't just about possessions. It was about preparing her son emotionally for the challenges ahead. Diana thought about what William would need at 18, not just to unlock the box, but to unlock parts of himself. Burrell described her as thoughtful and deliberate, a mother deeply invested in nurturing resilience and understanding. This wasn't a simple gift. It was a carefully woven legacy of love, meant to guide William through the complexities of adulthood. Through Burrell's eyes, we see the profound care behind the box, a tangible reminder of Diana's enduring presence. It shows the quiet strength she hoped to pass on, even in her absence. Each item was part of a larger puzzle, a roadmap for emotional survival and self-discovery amid royal pressures. The photograph inside the box was striking in its candidness, unposed and natural. It captured William and Diana not as royalty, but simply as mother and son, taken by someone in Diana's private circle. It revealed a rare moment of genuine connection. This moment was untouched by public expectation or ceremony. On the back, a handwritten message emphasized their true selves. It reminded us that beneath the weight of titles and scrutiny, their bond was deeply personal and authentic. This photo wasn't just a keepsake. It was a powerful symbol of identity and love. It quietly affirmed that beyond their public roles, their relationship was rooted in honesty and vulnerability. For William, it served as a private beacon, anchoring him to his mother's unwavering presence. It also reflected the strength found in embracing who they truly were. The image captured a fleeting moment of peace and authenticity. It was a treasure that transcended the formalities of their public lives. The letter tucked inside the box was handwritten and spanned several pages. It was Diana's most personal message to William. The letter wasn't about royal duties or public expectations. Instead, it focused deeply on who William was as a person. She wrote with tenderness and clarity, affirming his character, his strengths, and even his vulnerabilities. In those carefully chosen words, Diana reminded him of his intrinsic worth beyond the spotlight, the pressure, and the roles imposed by birthright. The letter served as a sanctuary of affirmation, a quiet space where William could find reassurance when the world felt overwhelming. It was a mother's voice, unwavering and intimate, reaching across time to cradle her son's heart. This letter was more than a message. It was a lifeline, a testament to love's enduring power and the importance of remembering oneself amid endless expectation. The depth of emotion woven through the pages offered William a rare refuge, reminding him that beneath the crown, he was deeply loved and understood. The smallest item in Diana's box remains a mystery. Only William knows its exact identity, sparking speculation it might be a unique, intimate keepsake, perhaps a tiny charm or token. From time to time, William has been seen with something small and discreet, hinting at its ongoing significance in his life. This private keepsake, wrapped in silence, holds a special place in the unspoken story between mother and son. Its privacy is fiercely guarded, adding layers to the emotional tension surrounding the box. What meaning does it hold? What memories does it unlock? These unanswered questions deepen the intrigue, reminding us that some parts of grief and healing are meant to stay private. They are held close like a secret flame, illuminating the past yet shielding the heart from the world's gaze. The mystery of this object invites reflection on the sacredness of personal symbols in navigating loss and identity. On June 21st, 2000, William turned 18, a day filled with quiet anticipation and deep meaning. When he finally held the box, he slipped away from prying eyes and found a private space for about an hour. This solitude let him face the contents on his own terms, honoring the promise Diana made years earlier. When he returned, A calmness surrounded him, a settled demeanor that spoke volumes without words. Unlocking the box seemed to unlock something within, a moment of emotional resolution and quiet strength. This intimate ritual, away from public view, marked a key milestone in William's journey from boyhood to adulthood. The box was no longer just a keepsake. It became a bridge to understanding, healing, and a mother's enduring love guiding him forward. In that hour, William embraced the legacy his mother had carefully crafted, a private moment of transformation quietly shaping the man he was becoming. William has kept the contents of Diana's box deeply private, a true testament to their intimate bond. The box is more than just a collection of items. It embodies Diana's love and her hopes for the man he would become. Over the years, as William took on roles as husband, father, and future king, this quiet legacy remained a steady source of strength and identity. It serves as a private sanctuary amid his public life, reminding him that beneath the weight of duty lies a deep human connection. Diana's gift continues to guide him, shaping how he carries himself and nurtures those around him. In this way, the box is not just a keepsake, it's an enduring symbol of love's power to transcend time, loss, and expectation. It quietly illuminates William's path forward, highlighting the delicate balance between public duty and private heart. This silent strength is unseen by many, yet deeply felt by all who know his story. Diana's gift stands as a quiet testament to a mother's love and a private legacy shaping William's journey. In the midst of public life, it honors their deep bond. It reminds us all of the lasting power of personal connection and love. If these intimate stories revealing the human side of public figures move you, please follow for more. Together, we'll explore the quiet moments that shape lives beyond the spotlight. These stories connect us through shared humanity and thoughtful storytelling,